Good morning. This is day 5. Before we do anything today, I would like to pause and talk to my students to see if we're doing things right here. So, two things we need to bear in mind when we do this practice. One is we need to make sure that we're doing them in the right order. That means you do first the day 1. You can practice day 1 as many times as you want, but don't skip days, because we're building up some knowledge, and this knowledge is not something that I can claim royalties for. This knowledge is not something that I have discovered or developed. It's something that I have learned, and it comes from ancient Vedic wisdom, from rishis like Patanjali and Ashtavakra, books that were written thousands of years ago. So it's very important to bear in mind the proper order, because we're building up the right mindset for meditation to happen. And also the way in which we do these practices, don't take them lightly, don't do them like multitasking. You do this while you're checking your phone and you're doing something else. It's only 15 minutes that you disconnect, and then half an hour. And we're doing we're doing these practices twice a day. So that means that if we are able to do it for 20 consecutive days, if we can do these meditations 20 days, that means 40 meditations, the brain will definitely feel the difference. The brain is it's like a forest that is virgin and wild, and when we start doing these practices, we start creating trails. You can talk with your psychologists, your psychology teachers here, or neuroscientists, but this is a fact. We create neural connections that are very beneficial, right? Like when you smile, the brain has a certain way of connecting the neurons that for their brain that is interpreted as a smile. At the end, it all ends up being, connections in the circuit, like physics inside the brain, right? So when we're doing these practices, we are connecting neurons in a certain way. So we're creating these pathways, these neural pathways, and we're creating a habit. If we repeat this, it's like in that jungle, in that virgin forest, we are creating a trail, and then the brain gets the habit of doing that, and meditation is no longer a big deal or an effort. Meditation is something that happens spontaneously. So, continuous practice. That means don't miss a day. And if you miss a day, start again. But don't skip days, because you will not understand what's going on. I explain Ujjayi, on day 2, and then I use it on the following day. So don't skip days, and do them with mindfulness. The word mindfulness is a new word. In the ancient scriptures, it was said, do this with reverence. Reverence. As you would treat an honored guest into your house, treat these practices with reverence. When we say mindfulness eating, we are saying become aware of what you're eating, become aware of every bite you take from the apple, be aware of where this apple is coming from, and eat it with that awareness. Well, here, when you're doing these practices, you're not multitasking, you're just doing that. So in that way, it will work. So it's like a video game if you think about it. You start from level 0 and you move one level up, and if you make it wrong, you start again and start again. Repeat day 1 until you feel that you got it. You got those exercises right, and then move on to the next day, the next stage. And if you get 20 days of consecutive mindful practice, the guarantee is that you will feel the difference. And maybe when we meet again, we will feel happier and wiser and grateful for just being alive. So this is the opportunity of this lockdown, to explore these ancient techniques that, again, I did not invent. I claim no authorship or royalty for this. Okay, so one exercise for today. We spoke about the five senses of perception, sight, and we exercised the eyes, ears, we exercised the ears, the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of taste. Those are five senses, five doors to the universe that we are all aware of, maybe not mindful, but aware that we see, we touch. And there is a connection, obvious connection between the elements of nature and the senses of perception. And that connection I have mentioned in the meditation yesterday. So there is going to be there, probably, at the back of your mind, this connection between systems of perception, that means input of energy, and five elements inside and outside of us. And then there are five systems of action. I mean, we can use our head to think. That is action. Action means using energy to do work. Action is work, right? So what kind of work can we do? We can do work with our brain, right? We use 25% of the energy that we put into the body just to think. So in these days when you're working on the computer and you are thinking, you're working, you feel even tired and hungry just because of your intellectual activity. So the brain is a system of action. The mouth, the tongue, talking is also action. We use the tongue to talk, and we are using chemical energy in the muscles to create vibrations of vocal cords that produce vibrations of air that reach your ears somehow. That is a miracle of nature. The fact that I'm here talking and you're listening to me, that by itself is just a wow. So the tongue, the act of talking, the act of thinking. Third action, legs. We use our legs to move, right? We use our legs to carry our body. Not much these days, but I think yesterday we did stand-up yoga. So we stretch the legs because we have this feeling of gratitude towards the legs that carry our weight, move our bodies. That's the difference between us and trees, We have legs to move. So, brain, tongue, systems of action, legs that connect with the earth, Hands. We use our hands to play, write, connect with the phones. But the hands are a system of action. And then there is a system in the body that has to do with the elimination and procreation, genitals, systems that are connected to the body-mind systems as action, procreation and elimination. And we shall see that these actions are also connected to the elements of nature. So today we're going to do an exercise to bring some stillness to the mind, but this has to be done again with mindfulness, with 100%. If you do it 50%, it doesn't work. So if you want to explore this new exercise, it's a very simple exercise to silent the brain from thinking. And we're going to connect the systems of actions like the hands with systems of perceptions. So with the thumbs, we're going to cover our ears like this, but slightly cover our ears. Don't fully cover our ears. And then with our index fingers, we cover our eyes. So we're touching the base of the eyes there slightly. And then with the long fingers, we are touching the base of the nose. So we're slightly covering the nose. And with the other two fingers, we're going to cover the mouth. So this is what we have there. I give you the chance of doing it, and then we go back, and then you do exactly what I tell you to do now, okay? All right, so you sit up tall, shake your hands, shake your head, shake your hands, shake your head, shake your hands, shake your head, shake your hands. We're going to start the day with a simple exercise. Slightly cover your ears with your thumb, sit up tall, Index fingers cover your eyes, long fingers, your nose. the other two fingers, ring fingers and small fingers, cover the mouth, and now you're going to make the sound that the bee does. We're going to make the sound, okay? As loud as you can, okay? So inhale, cover, inhale, cover your ears, cover your eyes, cover your nose, cover your mouth, hum. Inhale. One more. Relax your hands, keep your eyes closed. Just become aware of your body, surroundings. Become aware of all the sounds in the environment. Become aware of your brain, the state of your brain. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Big smile on your face. Allow the smile to permeate to all the cells in your face, ears, eyes, forehead. Inhale. Allow your brain to smile. Just become aware of the top of your brain. Take your attention to the top of your brain, back of your brain. Again, deep inhalation, and the attention goes up. Exhale down. And slowly, gradually, when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do this with a sense of humor, but also with full awareness. Have a lovely day. Namaste.